When we landed on Guam, the colonel said, I want you to go in the first wave because you know more about Guam than anybody, because I studied it for 3 months, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day in intelligence. They would have airplanes fly over Guam, take pictures. They would have submarines take pictures through the periscope of all the beaches. Those pictures came back to me, and then I had to pick out where's the best place to make the landing, and after I found it, then I would have the colonel okay it. So he said, yeah, that's where we're going to land, after he had to okay it, though. So I'd pick it out, and he said, I want you to go in the first wave because you know more about Guam than anybody we got because you studied it for 3 months. And I just looked at pictures 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. But then that was a deal there. So what happened, we went ashore the first day on the 21st, and we had the Japanese at midnight had a bonsai charge, which are fixed bayonets. About 10 of them, they come charging, and our line was set up the first night. We got all them. That was at midnight. 4:30 there was another bonsai charge, and at 6 o'clock in the morning was the third bonsai charge. So when daylight came, there must have been over 100 dead Japanese soldiers out in front of our lines. So then the next day, I was supposed to take off and leave those guys there, and I was supposed to go out and start investigating, getting information on the Japs and all that stuff. Because when I went to school, I had to learn Morse code, semaphore, and how to recognize airplanes and ships. So and then when I was on Guadalcanal, they said I did such a good job of making maps, they made me a map maker. So I made all the maps for Guam invasion. Two of the other guys went by submarine about a month or two before we landed in July, and they went ashore instead of me having to go. And they would use infrared lights and that to flash back. When you use a Morse code, you use lights. We didn't have no telegraph. And then a submarine would pick them up and have somebody read it to give them the information what was going on. Well, then the second day, I was getting ready to take off. They told me I was supposed to go ahead of the troops and get information. See, they needed information. But what happened, before I got a chance to get going, there was a big mortar attack, and they nailed me. They dropped mortars around. And I got hit there. And then they had me listed dead. There was 9 Marines got killed with me in that first barrage of mortars. They took our rifle with the bayonet in, stuck it in the ground, hung our helmet on it, and put a red tag on it. So when other guys come ashore, corpsmen, they'll say, well, these guys are all dead. There's nothing we can do. We got to move up to the wounded on up ahead. So they had me listed dead there. They put me on a transport, and I had lost so much blood. When I opened my eyes, the chaplain was giving me last rites on the ship, and I'll never forget it. He said to me, son, in less than 5 minutes, you'd have been in the ocean. We was going to bury you at sea within 5 minutes. I couldn't talk. I was too weak. So they took me into the operating room, and I passed out, and I don't know what they did after that.